Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this video we will talk about align items, align self and self-align properties of the CSS. So as before, I have already written a short code that you should pause the video and type it on your own. So to save some time, I already wrote it. So let me show you the output of the code. It already uses the flex display flex property, flex direction property, and I'm just going to comment out the flex wrap property. So without a further ado, let's talk about align items property of flex. So let me demonstrate it with example. So basically what align items does is, if the flex direction property is set to row, then it will align the items vertically in the screen. So as we are seeing, the items are aligned towards the end of the screen but in the vertical fashion. This is the starting point, this would be the center point if we are talking about vertically, and this is the ending point. So we are using the flex end property, so they are aligned towards the end of the screen in the vertical fashion. But if we were using column here, then the align items property would reverse. So basically it works in a inversely proportional fashion to the flex direction property. So now it will align the items on the screen horizontally towards the end. So as we can see, they are aligned towards horizontal fashion in the end of the screen. So horizontally, this would be starting point, this would be center point, and this would be the ending point. So they are aligned towards the end of the screen in the horizontal fashion. So let's switch it back to the row property, and let's now use the center property. So now they are aligned towards the center of the screen in the vertical fashion. There is one more align items property that I want to discuss, which is basically called the baseline property. If I apply it now, nothing will happen, and let me tell you why. So there is something that I want to show you first. div.items. So basically, if I add padding on the second div child, then let's see what happens. Okay, so I was supposed to comment out the property. Okay, so now as we are seeing, the second div child has popped out, but it's looking a bit weird because it's not aligned with the other div childs correctly. So I want the alignment to be such a way that the text is aligned perfectly in one line, which is why the baseline property is used for. So now let's check. So the text is aligned perfectly on the screen. So basically the purpose of the baseline property is that it aligns the text on the screen of each div item proportionally on the screen, so they are aligned towards the same line. So this is the function of the baseline property of the align items. Now let's discuss about the align content property. So before that, let me just clear up the padding example I have made, and let's also do the flex start property here, which is given by default, so it has no effect. And let's add more items here. How about 5 more items? Okay, this looks good. And let me enable the flex wrap property. So we see, let me just add maybe 2 more items just to be sure. Okay, so we are seeing that there is some weird gap between these items. Let's check the other properties. Maybe center, let's center it. Okay, so the items are centered, but there is still some weird gap among it. That is because the align items property applies the property on each item individually as opposed to being a group. So basically the solution is to use the align content property, which applies the property in a group fashion to all the elements. So all good now. So if we apply the flex start property, so basically what align content does is it groups the element together and then it applies that property in a group way. So let's check the flex end property now. So all working good. In the aligned content, the other properties of the justified content also works. For example, the space around, space evenly, etc. So basically align content also works in a vertical fashion if the flex direction is rho. So basically it works inversely proportional, just like the align items property. It also will work in a vertical fashion if the flex direction is rho, and it will work in a horizontal fashion if the flex direction is column. So we are seeing that it is working in the horizontal fashion now. Let me show you another property of the aligned content, space evenly. So we are seeing there is equal space here, there is equal space here, and there is equal space here. So it's all working good. The last topic of this video is the align self property. Okay, and let's use the align item here, align item, and let's center it. So basically how self-align works is that if I want one or more than one certain items to be out of their place, such that I want the two to be in the start, I want two items to follow the flex start property and maybe the flex end property, then I will use the align self property. So as the align self, as the name suggests, self, it takes one div item or more than one separately, and then it will apply that flex property on just that particular div item. So basically I will need to select that div item separately and child, let's do it that second one, and then I will need to apply the align self property. So there are a few options we have it. Let me apply the flex end property. So basically we see that it's out of the place now and it is now towards the end, so the flex end property is applied. So for the role here is also the same. So whenever we see the word align, the rule of thumb is that if the flex direction is row, then it will align vertically, and if the flex direction is column, then it will align horizontally. So basically it has an inversely proportional relationship to the flex direction property. So here I could also write flex start and the element would go in the start. Here it is. So I hope this video made sense to you. If